Welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast with your hosts, the Brothers Newland. Now, let's talk toys.
And I'm Michael.
That was a late start, Michael, but all right, I'm John.
And I'm Andrew. That was a very late start, Michael. I was wondering if you were waiting for something. You thought something
I
was
had
gonna
delays
happen.
on the music part when it's playing, and it just kept cutting in and out. So I couldn't tell.
No
when it
delays
was
here.
Over. And I was going to
so-
say something. I was going to say something else, and I didn't. So go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to the Toy Rewind Podcast. This is just a little podcast where the three of us like to get together and talk about toys from my childhood, and give you a history lesson about how those toys were made, ended up in our house, specifically our household this week. Look, we're going to rewind back to 1993, and we're going to morph. And it's not. There it is. There it is. We're going to morph through a line released by Bandai, and we're talking about none other than another one of my favorites, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I'm excited. You guys excited?
Yep.
All right. Well, before we get into talking about some Power Rangers, John, do your thing.
So excited about this line for you, Andrew. So excited. All right. So, guys, where to find us? You can check our websites over at toyrewindpodcast.com. You can also check us out at crossthestreamsmedia.com. While you're at Cross the Streams Media, make sure to leave us a voicemail. We'd love to get some, play them on the deal, and, answer questions or whatever, and try to get some comments and stuff. You can email us at toyrewindpodcast@gmail.com. Look us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. It's all Toy Rewind Pod. Facebook and YouTube are Toy Rewind Podcast. Please make sure you put podcast because that will get us instead of somebody else. And then I know we haven't done any of our toy box showcases in a while, but we hopefully get some done to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I know Michael has been doing his Michael Motorin Mondays. Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that.
Motorin Mondays. I think you guys are calling it Michael's Motorin Monday, but
it's not Andrew's.
It's
Motorin
triple M,
Mondays.
MMM. But that's also on our on there too. So check his stuff out as he's going through his different cars and just anything that has motors, from what I understand, right?
Yeah. It's like anything. Like I'll have like last week's was Micro Machines. The first show was just an old carry case I had that had some old cars. I'm trying to stick with some vintage stuff when I do that. So yeah,
cool.
So I've got some Transformers and stuff that we'll look at too. Probably just anything that's like a vehicle that's vintage.
Right.
We're rewinding it back in time for it. Yeah.
Cool. Well, whenever you're ready to talk about that 89 Batmobile, let me know, Michael. I got one back here we can take a good look at.
All right. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a rewind.
I've got some. I'm gathering up some stuff to do, like movie cars and stuff too. So we'll do.
There you go.
Awesome. And then, as always, if you want to play a little game when you're listening to us, check us out over on podcastbingo.com/toy rewind. If you get a bingo, if you don't get a bingo, send us cards on any of the social networks, and we may get in touch with you and send you some stickers or something.
Yeah, we have lots of stickers. We have, and something big's coming up. This is episode 93. Something big's coming up. We got 7 more episodes. We're gonna do a few little things a little differently for for episode 99 and episode 100. Has to do with our brackets, but we're going to be doing something a little different. Episode 99, we're going to kind of talk about some stuff. And then episode 100, we're going to have some fun. We would love to hear some voicemails from you guys. I'm going to start posting some questions on Twitter just like over the next few weeks. And if you guys see them, if you can leave us a voicemail or comment on those, just let us know, because we're gonna kind of read those and have kind of a reminiscence of doing this for 100 episodes, talking about vintage toys and all the different lines that we've talked about. So please respond to those, send us a voicemail, do whatever, whichever one you're going to do. If you want to hear your voice on a podcast, yeah, just send us a voicemail. It'll be great. But we're going to give you some answers to some of those questions for ourselves also, and what we thought about being here for the first 100 episodes. I know it's been a whirlwind for me, so I'm excited about that. And it's kind of crazy that it's only like 7 episodes away.
Right.
Yeah. So who'd have thought we would be here this far along, when we started this. So it's been a lot of fun. But before we can get there, we got to get through this episode. So we got to talk about some Power Rangers, and we got to morph. So are you guys ready to morph?
I guess so. What do they say? Go Power Rangers?
Yeah. Go Power Rangers.
It?
But are you ready? Are you ready to go, Michael?
Or Go Gadget?
No, not Go Gadget. This is not
Go.
Inspector Gadget.
Oh,
That'd be a lot of fun, though.
yeah,
Are you ready, Michael?
fun.
Yeah.
All right.
If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's rewind and get into it.
All right. So, released in 1993 by Bandai America, this toy line was coincided with the first 3 seasons of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV show. I think I know John wasn't big on that. I wasn't big on it because every time we walk in from school, Andrew sat down in front of the computer, in front of the TV, and started watching it, and we would just go zoom out, and then we would come back 30 minutes later to watch whatever was coming on afterwards. So
yeah, this was my jam. I was a Power Rangers. It was great.
Yeah, we left it for you.
Yeah,
I was also in 3rd grade.
Past the TV and decided to do something different for 30 minutes.
That's fine. Give me my TV.
Back. So, yeah, do whatever. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was a live-action TV series based on the Super Sentai series, Kyoryu Sentai Zayu Ranger. There you go. I know I'm gonna get.
He didn't butcher that at all, Michael.
I'm gonna
You
get
did
a lot of
great.
flack for trying to say that.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not even gonna try because
feel me. So, Kyoryu Sentai Zayu Ranger. I think I said it better that time. So
there you go.
anyway, and it's the first entry in the Power Rangers meta series. So after the first series, they started. It was renamed to a different one for a few seasons, and then but they took footage from the Japanese version, all this, and kind of mash it, make it into an American show, and it was. I guess they did a pretty good job on it because 10-year-old, 9-year-old kids at the time really loved it. So yeah,
I do want to point out we are specifically talking about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yes, yeah,
that's all the ones we're talking about right now. We're not going to talk about Turbo or Zeo or any of the other ones or whatever. Just
that's on the list for later on down the line.
Maybe we'll see. Those are not my favorites. This one is.
If we get that far, but
yeah,
this seems to be the favorite of everybody's is this one here. So, so it was released a little bit about the show itself. It was released on August 28th, 1993, and then ended on February 17th, 1996. The series had 155 episodes. The show's second and third series, while still using the Zayu Rangers costumes, it used elements such as the mechas and the monsters from the Gosai Sentai Dire Ranger and Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. If I said, I don't know, respect. So anyway, it used different. Each season was different from the season before. Let's just put it that way. It had a different bad guy stuff, but they used pretty much the same costumes throughout those 3 seasons. The only difference was the White Ranger who used the Dayu Ranger's suit, so it was a little bit different. So the show revolves around a group of 5 teenagers with attitudes. I don't know why they had to have attitudes, but they did. That would become the first team of Power Rangers on Earth. So led by Zordon and his robotic assistant Alpha 5 against the evil witch Rita Repulsa and her minions, who were accidentally they were accidentally freed from their confinement on the moon that Zordon previously defeated them on 10,000 years earlier. So she got accidentally released from her prison, and she wreaks havoc on Earth or something.
Yep.
So with the three releases of this, there's 3 releases of this series of the toy series, and each kind of coincides with each season. So there were several different sizes of figures that were released and different things that went on. So I guess we'll go ahead and get right into the toy line. So the first thing I got on here is the 8-inch line. We'll start with the first release of these. So Bandai repurposed their Super Big Pose series, which they had previously used with their Turbo Ranger and 5-man series from Japan. So they just kind of repurposed those figures and then put different head sculpts on them. So these came in triangle window boxes. All 5 Power Rangers were the same body with different head sculpts, and then they were all different colors, of course. And then there was power coins or whatever it was were visible on their chests. I think they didn't have that when in the show. It was just on these toys that they put that on there. So you had the Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Black Ranger. And then they had, in this 8-inch line, there was also some aliens. So I don't know much about the aliens. They just got funny names. That's all I remember from the show, and over-the-top acting from the show. So, so the aliens, you had Goldar, Finster, Squat, is it Babu? King Sphinx, Bones, and Putty Patrol.
Yeah, so these are the bad guys that Rita makes. Well, with the exception of Goldar and who'd you say the other? There was 2 of them. You said there's Goldar, and he's kind of her sidekick. But the others are kind of bad guys that she makes. They're weekly bad guys that pop in. Interesting fact. Mm-hmm. So with the new movie, Bryan Cranston plays Zordon in the new movie. He actually dressed up in the original, I think it was, I don't remember if it was 93 or 94 in the first or second season, but he's one of these bad guys because he was an actor that didn't have he was still trying to make it. And he dresses up like one of these bad guys. I don't remember which one it is exactly. I'll look it up, but he's actually one of the bad guys.
Okay, cool. All right. So the next there's the next thing on this line. There's a 4.5-inch release. These guys are plastic figures. So you had the red, the red, blue, black, yellow, pink, and green Ranger in all these. Mm-hmm. So these came with some weapons in the gun mode, because I guess their weapons in the show changes from something to a gun, and I don't know how it works, but
most of them, they just had the little laser guns.
Little laser guns.
Little zappy guns, yeah. And they use karate.
Oh yeah, I knew they used karate. So, so weapons were the weapons were in gun mode, and these guns could combine, I guess, to make one big weapon. But the Green Ranger's suit matched the same design as the other Rangers. So it was green with the white triangles across the top, and he has this little medallion on his chest. I guess in the show he doesn't have that. So.
He doesn't. The toy didn't have the shield that he wears in the show. Okay. Yeah.
So, and then also the red, blue, and black Rangers were also released in diecast in window boxes in this same size.
Were they 8-inch?
No, the 4.5-inch.
We're talking about the 4.5-inch. Okay. Yeah, well, let's look at these boxes. So I want to talk about the box. So the fact that they did triangle boxes.
Mm-hmm. Those are for the 8-inch. Yeah, the triangle boxes.
Yeah. As a stock person, wouldn't you have hated to stock these?
Yeah, because they didn't quite sit.
You'd have dead together. Space. You got dead space everywhere with these things.
Either that or they'd be in a big circle. Something.
You'd have everything would be turned and stuff,
mix them back in.
You have to come back in and
you'd have backwards and forward. Yeah, it was.
I mean, these to me are pretty crazy because like you said, they're all the same sculpt. They literally
Mhm.
just changed the color and then they
Yeah.
put a different head. You got a different
Yeah.
head. And the heads are not that much different. They're just a little bit different dinosaur that's on the top of it, basically. And it's a
Yeah,
different color.
yeah. Their helmets are kind of resemble the dinosaur that their
Yeah. So I mean,
that
that's
their powers come from, or whatever.
these are very simple toys. Like to think if you really think about it, and
Mhm.
probably pretty easy for them to churn out and have.
Yeah,
them,
and
so.
that was a big thing. You know, Bandai, you know, they reused. I mean, they put these out in Japan under different names, and then when they decided to bring them to the U.S. under the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, they just kind of redecoed them and put different head sculpts on them to match the TV show. So
What
it
are
was
they?
just a simple, just saving money using the same figures.
Are they 15-point articulation?
Let's see. I'll have
You've
to
got
look at the figure to see. You got you're going from the bottom. So you got your ankles, and you have
ankles,
around the
knees,
and then your hips
hips.
and
That's 6,
waist
7,
and your arms, his
8,
elbows,
9, 10, 11,
his
12,
elbows,
13,
and then they turn right at his biceps too. I think
13.
that's 2 more.
14, 15. Do the
Yeah.
legs where the boots stop, do they turn there too underneath the knees?
No,
No, they
it's-
just bend.
Okay.
They just bend.
I was
So
like,
yeah, you're like 15-point articulation.
Yeah, there's a lot of articulation of these figures that you didn't see in those
10.
unless
their
you're like 3
hands-
3/4 inch. Yeah,
Their
their
hands were
hands
stuck in.
No, their hands that the 8-inch actually had like a grip. Their fingers.
Oh, did
would
they have
open
a
up,
grip?
And
I
then
can't tell by looking at this picture if it.
and then
I don't remember.
Their pointing fingers also moved separate from the other fingers.
Okay, so
Andrew, if
wow,
you go
that's even more.
to the Pink Ranger, you can see the bolts through their fingers.
I mean,
Just her hands
pull
turned sideways on one of hers.
Yeah, so it was like
Oh.
you can grasp the gun with it, and then you had your trigger finger also would move just differently. So
It does, yeah. So you've got
Yeah.
wow, that is a lot of articulation.
yeah,
And then
I'm guessing they don't
here,
turn at the waist.
yeah, they
you
do
can
turn at
see
the waist.
they turn at the
Wow.
waist. So here's the back of it. You can see.
1, 2,
Yeah, so you got your ankles, your knees, and then right above the knees at the thighs they twist.
6.
Then you have your hips, your waist, your shoulders, your biceps, your elbows,
Wow.
your hand or your wrists, and then your fingers and your trigger finger on there, and then their head turns. So
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8, 9, 10, 16. There's like 20 points of articulation.
that's a lot.
It's way more. There's way more because I wasn't even thinking about the. Yeah, you're right, John. Right above the knee twist, and then
That's
you
what
got
I
the
was looking
bicep
at. I was like,
twist.
does it twist
Yeah.
right there or something? Because the
I
same as
was-
the bicep.
I was thinking I was looking at the other one. I was thinking
Yeah, it's his
the top
thighs.
of
I
the
think
boot,
you said
but
it's
it's actually the thigh. Yeah.
That's the thigh. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of articulation with these things.
Mhm. Yeah.
But their boxes.
They're
are amazing.
triangular. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
they're
got to
pretty
be
cool.
a little different, right?
Yeah.
It is. These are very interesting to me because they've got the pictures of the actor or the actress, and then as they morph through across the thing, and then the last one is a picture of the dinosaur,
Uh-huh.
and it's like a real life dinosaur. There's never any real life dinosaurs in this.
And then on the back, all the backs were the same except they had a cutout card that has info on that character, where they're from and all hobbies and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Just an info card on that character. So,
And then you had the 1-2-pack that was the gold and green ranger. These actually do have the shields on.
yeah,
But
and that's later. Yeah, that's later on in my notes. So, but
oh yeah, this is 95. Sorry,
yeah,
didn't mean to rush on that.
you're skipping.
I know. I'm
Quite a
looking at all the 8 inches and
Andrew's
didn't
too
realize
much
it was
geeking
95.
out right now. He's like,
He's geeking out, drooling over the
No,
pictures.
no.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the 8 inches and it's randomly thrown in, and I didn't realize it said 95 on it.
yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, I think I've picked from a different site than you, and they're all in order
Yeah.
by the year.
Okay, where are we going? Where are we going next?
So we got the 4.5 inch. We just talked about the 4.5 inch as well. And then there were also the 4.5 inch, the red, blue, and black were also released in die cast, and these were in square window boxes. The 4.5 inch, the plastic figures were just carded figures. I think the what I was looking at earlier said they were clamshell, but the pictures were just carded. It wasn't really a clamshell looking thing, but the red, blue, and black were released in die cast and window boxes. So the next thing in this first series, you had the battle bikes. These were released with the 4.5 inch figures and the plastic 4.5 inch figures. You had the red, black, and blue Rangers. So the Red Ranger had the Tyrannosaurus battle bike. The Black Ranger had the Mammoth battle bike. And then the Blue Ranger had the Triceratops battle bike. So, and this I guess this first season of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was dinosaur related type stuff, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah, they were all dino. Those were the dinosaurs. The first two seasons were dinosaurs.
Okay, dinosaurs. Yeah. So it's these bikes came with those 4.5 inch figures with them. So, all right. So the Zords for this series. So you had a deluxe set Megazord. There was a Dragon Zord. Was it Titanus? And then there was a special edition Megazord as well for the Zords.
So you're looking at all the Megazords, not the individual Zords, right?
The deluxe set Megazord is that's all of them in it.
Deluxe Ninja. Oh, that's the Ninja. Sorry. All right, I'm looking. Deluxe Shogun Megazord.
Zords.
That's 95, 95, 95, 95. The Dragon Zord is the.
There's the Dragon Zord, Green Ranger.
Yeah, we're looking at 93.
Third one.
So, yeah.
Here it is. Yeah. So this has all of them together. This is the Megazord. This has all of them together.
Okay. Yeah, that's the deluxe.
So it's a lot like Voltron. It's a lot like Voltron. You've got 5 lines that come together and make make Voltron. These you've got 5 different dinosaur Zords that come together and make Megazord.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna do this one next, Andrew?
These are no, probably not. I like my Voltron. He's cool, and I have some other Power Ranger stuff, but
Yeah, this guy's not quite like Voltron. So, okay, so there's also in this set, this is the deluxe Megazord Andrew's got on the screen. So also in this year they had plastic model kits. I'll just throw this out here. There was Megazord, there was Dragon Zord Fighting Mode. You had Titanus, Mega Dragon Zord, Tyrannosaurus Dino Zord, Triceratops Dino Zord, Sabertooth Tiger Dino Zord, Pterodactyl Dino Zord, and the Mastodon Dino Zord. There's just some plastic model kits. I didn't look and see which company made those or not, but or if they were put out by Bandai. But yeah, they had those come out that year. The next thing we're going to talk about, the Arsenal. These are kind of like role-playing type things. So there was a Power Morpher and Power Gun / Sword. And then there was a Power Blaster, and then there was also a Dragon Dagger as well. So,
sorry, I'm looking for a picture of Titanus. So I kind of forgot about it. This is not one that's used a whole lot in the series. And when he's brought in, it's because they're in major trouble. So I'm trying to find a good picture of him.
Okay.
Because I wanted to kind of just show him off, but so you can keep going.
Okay. So that's those are just little role playing stuff they had in '93. So the next little thing they had come out was the collectible figures. Now, John, this may be something for you since they were the same thing as what Willow figures were. So they were the 3-inch metal figures, kind of Willow type, what we talked about, or now the new stuff, the Jada metal,
Yeah.
die-cast metal figures, which I got
Right.
Superman right here in front
Yeah,
of
you
me.
got Superman there.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're all die-cast metal is what they are.
I have
But
Batman. Go figure.
yeah, there's no articulation or anything. They're just look like little game pieces. Yeah,
I have Batman.
John's got a Batman too. But like I said, they're about the same size as the Willow figures. So, and they come in this little neat gift pack as well, or collector set. So you can get them individually. So there was Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Black Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Green Ranger. And then there was Goldar, Squat, Babu, Finster, and Alpha 5. And then when you got the collector set, it came with an exclusive King Sphinx with the collector set.
Interesting that they don't have Rita Repulsa with that set.
Right.
Yes, interesting so far. That was the end of season 1 toys or the series 1 toys. There is no Rita Repulsa in any of these.
Yeah, there's no Rita. I don't think anybody really liked Rita.
She was annoying.
She was kind of annoying.
It was very annoying.
She was kind of annoying.
I can remember her voice.
Yeah.
It haunts you in your dreams, John. Okay, so the next release is actually kind of half and half. It's season 1 and season 2 release. So these items were released as part of season 2 in the U.S. and then as season 1 series outside of the U.S. So it just kind of got in between this first release and second release. But this is the kind of cool stuff that finally came out. The Auto Morphin figures were released in this. So the series had a head flip feature in which the figure's chest and back panels open to allow the head to switch between the mask and the masked head and the actor's actual face sculpted head. This technology was later, the technology was later adapted by Kenner for the masked toy line, Toy Biz for Spider-Man, Playmates for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had this feature. And then Jakks Pacific for one of their WWE toy lines as well. So you push a lever on his back, and a spring would the chest and the back would open up, and a spring would flip his head because the head would be hidden inside the chest, and he had his normal head on top, and it would flip over either masked or unmasked.
I thought it was a belt buckle.
Is it a belt buckle you hit?
I think you push a belt buckle because the belt buckle looks a lot like the Morpher.
Yeah,
they morph with. I think it's the belt buckle.
Okay, maybe. Yeah, I know it was a button, but I didn't know where it was at. So
yeah,
I never saw where it was.
And then his chest opens up, his head flips around, his chest closes. It's really kind of creepy if you think about it, but it's cool.
And then there's a tattoo included.
Yep, there's tattoo included. Always a tattoo. There's like most of the things that they have, there were tattoos included. It's 93. Everybody wanted tattoos.
Yeah, I know Hot Wheels had a tattoo series back then as well. So, all right. So in these figures, there was a Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, Pink Ranger, Black Ranger, Yellow Ranger, and Green Ranger in this. Yep. And then the next thing that was in between release 1 and 2, you had your 5-inch Space Aliens. So there was Slash and Block Mighty Minotaur, Devouring Snizzard. I don't know where these names come from. Eye Popping Eye Guy, Food Gobbling Pudgy Pig, Snatch Attack Spidertron, Headbutting Robo Goat, Sword Slashing Nasty Knight, Missile Launching Two-Headed Parrot, Clawing Dramole, Peck Attack Peckster, Stinger Shooting Grumblebee, Slicing Horn Stag Beetle, and Killer Bite Slippery Shark. So those are the 5-inch Space Aliens in this.
Yeah. So this is Eye Popping Eye Guy.
Okay.
Right.
Just a bunch of eyeballs.
It looks like we went back to the bunch. What were they called? Not the
It was like
Cabbage Patch, but the other one, the Trash Punch.
the trash. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something like
This is
that.
Pudgy Pig. Pudgy Pig is pretty famous.
Okay.
He's one of the better known ones. And then this is Devouring Snizzard. And this is the one that Bryan Cranston played.
Okay. So
Yeah,
he actually played this character on the show, the original show.
Like one episode. These guys are in one episode. They are the weekly bad guys. That's all these are.
Yeah.
So, like when he dresses up, he's in this. Bryan Cranston, he didn't even say he actually did it until the new Power Rangers movie came out, and he was like, "Well, I was a bad guy, now I'm a good guy," because he played a good guy. So
I wouldn't
it's kind of a good
be
show.
one of these bad guys either.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at his career. He's had a pretty good career.
Yeah, he had, yeah. But there's also 3 others that were unreleased for this set. So you had Scorpina, Mutus. Let me find my Mutatis. Is that how you say it? Yeah, Mutatis.
Yeah, Mutatis.
Scorpina, and there was a Rita Repulsa that was supposed to be in this that did not get released. It's unreleased figure. So
Scorpina is she's another one of the main bad guys that is more of a henchman of Rita. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
Now, and one more thing in this kind of in between series, you had the Power Dome playset was in here, and it came with an exclusive Alpha 5 figure as well with this set. It had some kind of cool things to it, but one thing was it only worked with the Auto Morphin figures. It had a changing thing that you would put it on the little thing, and it would go up like a little elevator. And when it goes through the top, it would change the head, switch the head.
It would trigger it and change it.
Yeah. Also, the what's his name? Zordon.
His face is in there.
His face, his little hologram face, is in the middle part, and on top there's like a little microphone, and when you can speak into it, it makes you sound like Zordon talking. But the video,
that's pretty awesome.
The video that I watched of this guy playing with his, doing a review on his, every time you said something, it just make a crackling noise. So it really didn't work right. So
of course, it didn't work right.
Yeah, and then there's a little I don't know what it is, a little dragon car looking thing. It's just a seat with wheels on it with a dragon head or a dinosaur head on it. There's a trap door in the back, or a door that you open up and the little car can go in and out. It has a viewing globe?
Yeah, it's a viewing globe there.
Yeah. And the viewing globe only had 2 scenes on this little thing that would flip. So,
I mean,
I think it was the Red Ranger, and then you flip it and you're seeing Goldar on there. So
here, we can see this. So this is the box of it. You can see to the left of Zordon's face there, where the Green Ranger goes down, and then you've got the Red Ranger or the Yellow Ranger on the little bike. Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's got a little on the other side over there. It's got a little missile shooter thing. The little bike looking thing. It also shoots a little missile too out the front of it.
Oh yeah, right out the front.
Yeah. So that's the end of the season 1/2 release. So going into season 2 stuff, you get more, I guess, cooler stuff for season 2. So going back to the 8-inch line for season 2, release 2. So you have this is actually repurposed figures from season 1, but they added action features to it.
Yeah.
So you got these 8-inch figures that really didn't do anything in the first. We looked at all the articulation on it, but then they added an action feature to them. So you had Karate Kicking Jason, which is the Red Ranger, Karate Kicking Kimberly, which was the Pink Ranger, Karate Kicking Zach, which was the Black Ranger, and you had Karate Chopping Trini, which was yellow, and Karate Chopping Billy, which was blue. So you either had a kicking or a chopping motion between the 5 of them. There.
That makes sense since they do karate
Yeah.
or martial arts. We'll say that because I don't know what actually. I don't remember if it's actually karate or whatever.
I don't know.
I thought they were a mix of them.
Probably is. That's why I decided to change to martial arts.
Probably, yeah. So, and then after, there's also the deluxe evil space aliens. You had Lord Zed, Pirantis Head, Goofish, Socadillo, Rhino Blaster, and Guitardo.
Guitardo.
Guitardo. I don't know.
I want to look at that one.
Yeah. So next you have. So while you're looking for that, Andrew, we'll go on through. So you had the 5-inch evil space aliens. So you had on the 5-inch line there was Evil Light Lord Zed, the Darting Tongue Pythor, Falls Apart Putty Patrol, Sword Slashing Goldar, Snapping Chest in for usable Flychap, and the Headbutting Robo Goat. So these had action features as well on these 5-inch line.
I cannot find an actual figure of Guitardo, but here's Guitardo.
Okay. I would think he'd have a guitar, but he doesn't. He didn't even have fingers for a guitar.
Yeah, it's something. I don't. Maybe he's a fish. I don't know. There's something.
He looks like some kind of fish thing.
Yeah.
So. All right. So the vehicles in this second release, you had Thunder Bikes this time, and these came with the 4.5-inch figures. So you had your red, the red, and the bikes are same color as the
always
the Rangers. So you have your Red Ranger with the red bike, your Pink Ranger with the pink bike, Black Ranger with the black bike, Yellow Ranger with the yellow bike, and the Blue Ranger with the blue bike. So that's your bikes there. And then the Zords, you had deluxe Zords. You had the Red Dragon Thunder Zord, the White Tiger Zord. Then you had Thunder Zord Assault Team, and Thunder Megazord, and then Tor the Shuttle Zord. So I have no idea who Tor the Shuttle Zord is, but I don't know who came up with these names.
Oh, Tor. Yeah. So this is a lot. Tor is a lot like Titus. He is a kind of a protector part. So he would combine with the others when they're in serious trouble.
So he only comes out when he's actually really needs.
I'm guessing that Tor is short for tortoise.
Yeah. So this is Tor.
He looks like I see the picture now. He looks like a tortoise. Yeah.
So this is Tor, and I just want to show this is Titus. Like this is the action figure. Like these connect with the other, like the Megazords after. So you got the Zord, and they all come together to make Megazord. And then when they're like, oh no, we still can't beat this week's bad guy, which happens every once in a while, then they call on these guys and they come out with more power.
Okay.
Yeah, and I gotta say these figures are actually pretty cool. These would be some of the cool ones to have.
Yeah. They look pretty cool. Yeah, looking at them. Then you have your special size Zords. And then there's 1, 2, 3. So there's 5 of these, and 4 of the 5 are actually exclusives. So you have your Red Dragon Thunder Zord, which is a Toys R Us exclusive. White Tiger Zord, which is a Target exclusive. Mega Tiger Zord, which is a Toys R Us exclusive. Then you have Tor the Shuttle Zord. He was a Target exclusive. And then just the regular. Then you had the Thunder Megazord, who you could find in other places. So you had 2 Toys R Us exclusive and 2 Target exclusives with these guys. These special size Zords. So now you have some play sets that came out. So you had some, actually they're micro play sets. These are similar to the Mighty Max type of play set we talked about. So you had the Red Rangers Micro Morphin play set, the Pink Rangers Micro Morphin play set, and the White Rangers Micro Morphin playset. So that's those. And then we're back to the collectible figures again. Like I said, the 3-inch Willow style, Jada style figures with no articulation. So you had Jason, Kimberly, Zach, Trini, Billy, and White Ranger. And then you had Bulk, Skull, Lord Zed, Skellering, and Silverhorns. You get all these individual, and then you get them in a collector set for the collector set 2, is what they said. And it comes with a tattoo included with it.
Yep.
So instead of
these
exclusive
are
figure, you got a tattoo.
These are pretty. See, this is where I'm wondering why they didn't have a Rita, because they have a Zed. He's the bad guy, the big bad for season 2.
Uh-huh.
So they have one him, but they never had a Rita. So we must have really disliked Rita.
I guess so. I mean, she was planned and she was never released, and that was the 5-inch. Yeah, the 5-inch Space Aliens release was never. Yeah. So, so there's some more Thunder bikes in here. You have the Revan Thunder bikes. So you had the pink, the red, black, yellow, blue, and white is what colors you had on those. And then the Arsenal, which is more role playing things for season 2. You had the Power Cannon. And you had Saba, the talking tiger sword. So,
that would have been a great thing to have.
Was there really a tiger sword, talking tiger sword?
Yeah. So they had their morphers, and that was kind of how they called their Zords, right?
Uh-huh.
And except for the green, the Green Ranger and the White Ranger, he was a little different. The Green Ranger came in as a bad guy and ended up being a good guy. He could call his Zord through a little flute that was a dagger. Then when he became the White Ranger, he had a sword, and he would pull it out and he'd hold it, and it had a tiger on the end of it. It was Saba, and Saba would talk to him, and that's how he talked to his 2 Zords that he had. He had a falcon and a white tiger.
Okay, so that's where I'll see some falcon stuff here later. So that's what.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool info, Andrew.
Leave me alone.
I'm glad you're passionate about this. So, all right. So now we're into, that was the end of the release 2 stuff, the season 2 stuff. So now we're getting to season 3, the last season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this stuff, you had the automorphin figures as well, but you had some changes because the actors changed in the show. So they had to change the face sculpt. So you had the Red Ranger, which was Rocky. He replaces Jason. So they had to change his face. So Black Ranger Adam, he replaces Zach. Am I right on that? He replaces Zach. So they had to change his face sculpt. And then the Yellow Ranger is Aisha. She replaces Trini.
Mm-hmm.
And then they added the White Ranger to this line of Tommy is his name. So
he replaces the Green Ranger.
Yeah, actually, the green. He was
Tommy goes from green to white.
To white. Okay, I like green. So
he was pretty cool as the Green Ranger. He's pretty cool as the White Ranger too. So he's also the one guy who's been in almost every season.
Yeah. So
that's Jason David Frank.
Okay. See the one that came to Tyler yesterday? There was one that came to Tyler yesterday. So at the comic book store. Anyway, okay, now I got you thinking about that. And then the only thing that couldn't change was the Pink Ranger, because they actually changed actresses later, a few episodes into the season or something like that. So this line was already out before the Pink Ranger changed, so they couldn't change her face. So her head sculpt. But there was a special edition metallic automorphin figures. So this kind of comes along with the movie on the metallic ones. So these had a metallic finish with the Ninja Zord replacing the Dino Zord symbol on the chest. So you had the red, which was Rocky, blue was Billy, black was Adam, yellow Aisha, pink was Kimberly, and then white was Tommy. So they did change They did change the pink one on that line, I think. So so then we go into the 5-inch Action Ninja Rangers. So these are the 5-inch line, have action features. You had Twirling Action White Ninja Ranger, Sword Slashing Red Ninja Ranger, Disc Firing Blue Ninja Ranger, 1-2 Punch Black Ninja Ranger, Kick Action Yellow Ninja Ranger, Net Launching Pink Ninja Ranger. So that's your 5-inch line. So
Michael, you're right. It was Jason David Frank,
okay,
and he was here in Tyler yesterday.
yeah. I only know that because Mom and Dad asked me about it, and I didn't know nothing about it either.
This is
so.
the downside of not being on many social medias anymore.
There you go. Yeah, you missed out. I would have let
Dang
you
it.
know if I knew. I didn't know either. So
Yeah, what the heck, Mom and Dad? Did you tell me?
I think we just ruined Andrew's episode.
They get no shout outs this episode. No shout outs.
I think you just did.
Nope.
And John, you're
done.
on mute, so I don't know what you're saying over there.
I don't know what he said.
He's mouthing something.
No, I said shout out to Mom and Dad. I forgot I muted myself because I sneezed.
No shout outs. I
thought
rebuked
turned
the shout
myself
outs this episode.
Oh goodness.
Luckily,
Okay,
I
let's-
haven't
what-
talked much, so.
What else we got?
Okay, so now we're into the 8-inch Talking Power Rangers. So they put these 8-inch from the first Series 1 and Series 2. They made them the action features on Season 2. So Season 3, they came up with Talking Power Rangers in this 8-inch line. So these had special sound features. You had the red, pink, black, yellow, blue, and white. And then they had metallic versions of these released for the movie. And then, like you showed earlier, a while ago, you had the green and white special 2-pack called the Gold Team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the best part about these is the boxes almost look the same. They have a little style. The figure itself pretty much looks the same. They didn't change a lot. They just made them
just
talk.
kind of the color on the box a little bit different, and it doesn't have the face changing on the bottom.
Yeah. I mean the
overall,
graphics on the box.
The box style.
The graphics on the
graphics
box
a little different.
have changed, but the actual overall, it's still a triangle. You still can't actually stock them,
Yeah.
But they're not.
Well,
They don't have the clear plastic in them because it flat out says "push my belt buckle."
yeah.
Yeah, the window, the plastic window is not there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you had to hear what they said. So I don't know what they said, but you had to hear it.
They-
They probably
So
said
then-
it's morphin time, go Power Rangers, all kinds
Whatever,
of,
whatever they say in the movie.
The white one says "Tiger
John's got
Zord
it.
Power Up."
yeah. There you
Okay.
go.
That's all
Things
I
about their
wanted to
Zords. That makes sense. That makes all
Yeah.
the sense.
Mm-hmm. All right, so then you have the 8-inch Evil Space Aliens. So you had the Talking Lord Zed, you had Merrick the Barbaric, Calcifier, Master Vile, Silent Knight, Hornator, which was a movie re-release, and Scorpiton, which was a movie re-release. So those two were from the movie, and they re-released them in this line here as well. All right, so next we're going to talk about the 5.5-inch Evil Space Aliens. So some more evil bad guys. You had Ivan Ozone, Mordant, Tengu Warrior, Lord Zed, Flap Attack Vampirus, Air Pump Cannon Rito Revolto, Spinning Head Attack Master Vile, Dual Attack Slotsky, Slicing Action Eric the Barbaric, Rapid Fire Steamy Meanie, and then there was another unreleased one, which was Witchblade. He wasn't released. So, let's see. Next, you have the 4.5-inch figures again. You have these are Alien Rangers, so I guess this was from the movie. I guess I don't know. So you had the red Alien Ranger, blue Alien Ranger, yellow Alien Ranger, white Alien Ranger, black Alien Ranger.
That's from 96.
Oh, those from 96?
That's the next. See, we're not talking about those guys.
Oh, they were listed under 95 when I was.
Yeah,
Okay,
these
that
are
explains
released in
why they're
96.
aliens and not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So scratch that. We'll save those for later. Right.
Yeah, those are Alien Rangers, and you know what? They might have made an appearance in some of this, but these toys were released in '96. This is not the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Okay.
So,
All right.
they do Turbo, they go Alien, they get Zeoed, they do all kinds of weird stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, we just want to talk about the dinosaurs, the ninjas, all the way up to the movie.
And the shark cycles are next. We're going to talk about. So this also comes with the 4.5-inch figures. Again, they're the same color as the Rangers, the Power Rangers themselves. So you have the red, pink, black, yellow, blue, and white shark cycles. Okay, so the last thing, we got a couple more things. So you have Zords, the Zords for this release. So you have the Deluxe Ninja Megazord, the White Rangers Deluxe Falcon Zord, Ninjor, the Return of Titanus, Lord Zed's Power Zord, Serpentera. So that's those Zords for release 3. And then you had the special size Zords, which was the Ninja Falcon Zord. So that's them. And then,
John, I think you would like Serpentera.
Yeah.
it's a dragon. Does he fly?
No, we discussed this last week. It does not have wings.
Yeah.
This is a dragon, but does not fall under the definition of a dragon because it doesn't have wings.
Well, that's
But also,
John's definition. Well, if you
It's
look
from
at
Asia.
Yeah,
the
that's what we
Chinese-
talked about. The
the
Japanese,
Chinese dragons,
Yeah.
They don't
Chinese
have
dragons
so,
don't have wings.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how it falls in. It's a Chinese dragon. It's not a dragon. It's a Chinese dragon. So that's like the
Not
difference
a-
between a panda and a red panda.
Well,
it's not a European dragon.
It's got. I mean, the name of it kind of tells you it's not a dragon because it's a serpent. Terra.
But he's
It's a
got
Chinese
legs.
dragon,
It's a
John.
Serpent. If it's a
Look.
serpent, he doesn't have legs.
It
I don't
says
know.
right here. It says Serpentera.
You got John.
And if
You got to
look over
remember
the
this
size.
is
I know dragon
This is-
mode.
It
this
says
is-
attack mode and dragon mode.
the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers we're talking about. None of it makes sense.
It all makes sense. This is a Chinese dragon. All right.
All right, we'll go with that. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going Star Trek, I guess. I don't know. So these are Borgs. When I say Borgs, I think Star Trek. So anyway, I don't know. I guess they're the same colors as the Power Rangers. So you have Battle Borgs.
Those are 96. Those are aliens.
Those are 90. They got this all jacked up.
I'm pretty sure
So-
those are the Zords for the aliens.
Yeah.
Well, that would explain why they're Star Trek-ish if they're in space. So, but you had red,
Yeah.
white, yellow, black, pink. So I wrote it down. We're going to say it.
All right. You're good. Move on.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
there you
next, the last thing we're going to talk about of this
It's probably
line
something else.
is this is it. You've got your collectible figures for this set. So again, these are for John. They don't have a set like Series 1 and Series 2 did, but you can buy them individually. So I guess since I said so, these guys aren't really they're the people in the show, but they're not in their Power Ranger suit. So you have Rocky, Adam, Aisha. Then you have Falcon Zord, Lord Zed, Master Vile, Ninja Mega Falcon Zord, Ninja Megazord, Rito Revolto, Shogun Mega Falcon Zord, Shogun Megazord, and Silent Knight. So yeah.
I think this Falcon Zord is just really cool.
He just
Yeah.
looks like a falcon. Is that what he's
What
supposed
do you
to
think
look
a
like?
Zord? Yeah. What do you think a Falcon Zord would look like?
A
A dragon?
big giant.
A falcon.
Well, he's got
Well,
wings.
also that's a
He does have
it's a
wings.
tiny, it's a tiny little figure.
Yeah, it is a little compared to all the rest of them. Yes.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that's pretty much it. The first 3 seasons, plus a couple extras that we shouldn't have talked about, but we did.
Talk about the aliens. I don't want to talk about the aliens.
They had them mixed up. in this.
So okay, this was obviously big for me. We're going to rank these real quick. We're just going to jump right into the ranking for this.
Okay.
This was a big one for me. I'm going to go ahead and go first and say this is going to be number one for me on this list. We have talked about a lot of good stuff, but this was directly like I watched the show. I had a couple of the figures. I had specifically the Red Ranger with the flip head. I enjoyed this show a lot. I enjoyed these toys. This is number one for me on this one. John?
Ooh. Go down some. Go down a little bit more. There you go. Up a little bit more. I'll put them right under Dukes of Hazards.
Under Dukes?
Yeah.
That's way down there for you, John.
Yeah.
You think these are worse than those?
Well, no. I'm looking
little
at John
clamshell Dukes of Hazzard cars.
I like Dukes of Hazard.
Yeah, but those cars were horrible. They were
care.
just little.
I like Dukes of Hazards.
But Migo did a horrible job. Okay, whatever. Michael,
I didn't like.
No, some of these had just looking. I'm gonna take my idea of the show out of it and just looking at the toy line itself.
Okay.
The toy line was good.
Yeah, the toy line is pretty decent toy line with the Zords and all that.
So number one?
No, not number one. I'm gonna put it. Let's put it right there. Let's put it number 11, right between Barnyard Commandos and Troll Dolls.
Number 11. I told you it was going to be number one. See? Good.
Double
good
ones
like
for me. Okay.
You know why I'm good like that? That's right. That's how it works. All right. Now, we got to find out if Larry had it. What do you guys think? You think Larry had any of these?
I think he did. I would think he did, yeah.
You both going to go with you think he did?
Yeah.
Larry?
Hey, it's Larry from the STS, guys. Did I have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? This one might surprise you. I did not. Like, this is one of those ones, like 93. I was probably like just ever so slightly too old for Power Rangers, and I was way too cool for Power Rangers toys. I did watch the show, but no, I did not have any of the action figures.
Oh, come on, Larry.
And
so,
it's okay. Me and
Larry closer to my age.
This. Yeah, Larry. I think I think he's right between me and you, John.
Okay, so yeah, that makes sense then.
Yeah, so me and Larry have already talked about this. We will remain friends, and it will be okay. It's not a problem. We've gotten past it. So, before we wrap this episode, I do have a game for us to play.
A game. When's the last time we had a game? It's been a while.
It's been a little while. It's been a minute.
I don't think me and John either one of us going to do any good on this, but we can try it.
I do have a game.
Okay.
And so what we're going to do is we're just going to let John pick first, Michael, okay?
All right, that's fine.
That's all right. And John, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an image. It's going to be one of their coins, okay? And you have to tell me the color of the Ranger. All right? That's all you have to do. So you get to pick a number between 1 and 7. It's just 7 of them. And then you got to buzz in. Whoever can say their name first, we're going to go with your name. You say your name, and then you get to tell me what color it is. Okay? So, John, you get to start. I need you to pick a number.
Between
1 through 7.
Okay.
1 through 7.
5.
Number 5. All right. 1 second. I got to share it so they can see it. If I can hit the right buttons, I'm sorry. I apologize for everybody listening. Number 5. Here it is.
John.
John. What color is this?
Red.
This is red. John gets a point. John gets a point. So, John, you pick another number?
3.
Number 3. Got to pull it up. This might be a little harder, John. Number 3. Are you ready? Oh, hold on. I got to hide something real quick. I can't let you see part of it because then here we go. And here's number 3.
Michael.
Michael?
Yellow.
No.
Black.
You have to say your name, John.
John.
All right, John.
I'd say black.
Nope, not black.
Nope.
What number is this?
Oh, no,
This is number 3.
Michael.
Michael?
Blue.
Nope, not blue.
White.
John got it right. John's over there looking at notes. John's over there looking at notes. You think I didn't see that, John?
Hey, they're right here.
Don't
It only
look
has a
at
couple of
them.
figures to look at, though.
Don't
And you have
look
to really
at them.
pull it up. I guessed on that one because the white's not on there.
All right, next number, John.
7.
Number 7. All right, here we go. Number 7. Let's see. Can they get it faster this time? Number 7.
John.
John?
Yellow.
Wrong, not yellow. Michael? Come on, Michael.
Blue.
Blue is correct.
Andrew, you actually had to look to double check.
No, I had to make sure I was looking at the right number.
What number was that?
Yeah,
7.
that was number 7.
Okay. All right.
So, 1, 2, 6, and 4.
1.
Number 1. For some reason I knew you were going to pick that number. Number 1, and here we go. Can you get it,
Michael.
John.
Michael?
Black.
Wrong, John.
Yellow.
Yes, yellow. Good job, John. Number, John?
What's left?
We have 4, 2, 6.
6.
4, 2, 6, and we're going with 6. So, sorry, I keep losing the buttons. Here we go. You ready? 6.
Michael.
Michael.
Pink.
No, John.
Blue.
Oh,
No, Michael.
black.
No, John.
What colors have we not chose? Yellow.
I tell you.
No, Michael.
Green.
Correct. It is green. That is the Green Ranger. The Green and the White Ranger do not have their actual dinosaurs on them. They are a little different. Their coins are a little different. So kind of tricky there. 2 and 4.
All right.
2 and 4.
Let's do 4.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with 2. Gosh.
I threw you off.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Because I was getting ready to go 2. All right, here we go. You ready? And
John.
Michael.
John.
Black.
Black. You are correct. So John gets that point. And the last one, we're going to go with number 2.
John.
And hold
Yeah, put
on.
it
Let me at
first.
least share it.
Doesn't count. Michael.
John.
Michael.
Pink.
Pink. You are correct. There we go.
I already got it. I knew which one was left.
Yeah, but you said your name before I showed it, and then you got to laughing and couldn't say your name fast enough. I don't even know who wins that game. It was tie. You guys did great.
Tie out of 7.
Even though you were cheating, but you both of you lose a point for cheating.
What do we cheat
So,
on?
You were looking at your notes. I saw you looking
I
at your
don't
notes.
have no notes. I don't have anything that shows me pictures of whatever those are. I just
Well,
kept
those
track
are the-
of what colors we didn't use. I was just naming colors.
Those are the coins.
John wasn't keeping track of the colors. He was naming colors we already used.
Yeah, John's just blah blah blah, just yelling at yelling at colors. I'm surprised, John, you didn't get the blue one faster. Yeah.
Well,
So
Like I said, I only had a couple of figures on my screen. When I looked over, I was like, oh. But
I didn't even have figures up.
the red one, I
just naming colors.
completely guessed on. The black and pink one, I knew for sure.
These were just some of my favorite toys. I loved them. I love the show, and I think it's great. So I'm glad we finally got to talk about them. It does line up with 93 and the fact that this released in episode or in 93 with our episode number. So
I like
of course.
The green one.
Anything you guys want to add?
I like the green one.
Michael, the green one was a bad ranger at first. That's okay. We'll let you slide with that.
I like the green
he's still
one.
a good guy. And I can't believe he was in Tyler yesterday. I didn't know.
Oh, it's just right down the road from you at Ground Zero Comics.
I know. It's like, come on. Just right there. Just right there. Okay, well, if you've listened to this far, if we didn't drive you crazy in our game without doing any, I'm sure it was a great game to listen to. So we're sorry. Thank you for listening. This has been episode 93. We talked about Power Rangers and the first 3 season series that released. But thank you. If you would, please go check out our social medias. John lists them all at the beginning of the episode. And follow us. Give us a share. Help us out. If you do something like that, it really helps us, and it doesn't cost you anything. Alex has a really good way of saying that. I don't remember what it is, so we're just going to go with what I said. John's playing my sounds now. Please go check out Cross the Streams Media. We're a great little group of that podcast group there. Leave us a voicemail. Let us know. Be sure you follow our Twitter. That's where I'm going to be posting the questions that I mentioned earlier, getting ready for our 100th episode. And we may have something special that we're going to do giveaways there. So please follow those. It would be great. With that, anything we want to add? Anybody want to add anything?
Go Gadget Shoes. Oh, wrong go.
So since that is actually your text tone, does that count for the phone noise? But I know we've heard Michael's just go off too.
Yeah, Michael's just went off. No, well, that is my text noise. So yeah. So if somebody is texting me, I do want to point this out. If somebody texts me, that is the noise that goes off. It is very loud. It can be very annoying. It's great. I love it. And so many people confuse it with Kim Possible, and they're like, "Is that Kim Possible?" I'm like, "No. Do I look like a 13-year-old little girl? No, that is Power Rangers." And like, know it. Come on.
I like our naked little rat.
If I get a voicemail, it's the Mario pipe, but
I need to get a special tone because John has Zelda. You've got
John has Zelda.
Power Rangers.
I have Mario pipe too.
Mine's just
I have
generic.
some Zelda, but
Mine depends. Well, Zelda is like my base one, but I have a bunch of others that play for certain people. So,
do you want me to send you the Power Rangers so you can hear it when I call you, John? No. Okay. All right. Well, with that, if you guys don't have anything else to add,
No.
On behalf of the Brothers Newland here at the Toy Rewind podcast, it's Morphin time.
You've been listening to the Toy Rewind podcast. Follow and join in the conversations at toyrewindpodcast.com.